Happiness. What is happiness? Some say it's emotional, some say it's physical, but everyone agrees that happiness is imperative. For such a huge part of life, however, happiness is rarely discussed. Scientifically, the pleasurable feelings we associate with happiness are a result of chemicals such as dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals are released from storage centers in the brain, where they bind to receptors, causing pleasurable feelings. But happiness is more than just the binding of chemicals in the brain. I ventured to discover what happiness meant to a variety of people, from distinct backgrounds and dispositions. The results are as follows. This is happiness, an exploration.
Everybody, I'm sure, has at that one moment, at least in their life so far, that they know what is happiness and where they were happy. And it's like that moment.
It's not anger, and it's not sorrow. Therefore, it is happiness.
Happiness is an emotion. It's not a place. It's not something to buy. It's something that kind of you find yourself in.
I don't think that everything has a reason. I don't think there's a reason why you need to be happy every day. There's a lot of things in the world you can't explain. Yeah, and happiness is part of it.
You can go out and get it, but happiness is mostly just doing things that you like. So my advice to you, if you want to be happy, is to just find a thing that you enjoy doing and then do it.
Maybe it's just a series of chemicals in my brain. I don't know, but if it makes me happy, I don't think there's any reason to question why it does.
Sadness is the same as happiness, because everything is happiness. So everything is sadness, everything is everything.
When you think about any goal you ever make, when you say, when I grow up, I want to be an astronaut. Why do you want to be an astronaut? Because that's what would make you happy. Everything is based off happiness to some extent, even though you don't necessarily realize it.
You're following this treasure, and they're following the trail of trying to get to this treasure, and each time when you think you've got your hand on the box, something comes up and you lose it. However, one thing that I think that makes the journey worthwhile is that even though you don't get the full box, you do get a few coins to hold on to, metaphorically.
Happiness is the most important part of life. If you're not happy in what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Happiness isn't something you get from something else. Happiness comes of its own.
Is managing in happiness? Is it? I don't know. I guess, but it's pretty much just the high points of managing it cause the happiness.
Other people think that they think happy is is a big deal. You need to actually do something to make yourself happy, but actually you don't need to do that.
As we all know, it's basic human nature. You can never be fulfilled. You always want more. The grass is always greener on the other side. That's what they say. But I think happiness is that moment of fulfillment when you achieve what you want before you merely go back into chasing the golden apple, or however you may want to put it.
It's kind of where you just fit, it's not like fitting into a social group. It's just where because then that's not actually fitting. It's just where you find a place. It doesn't have to be a place, but it could just be you, where you feel comfortable. That's happiness.
So if you go out looking for it, odds are highly that you're not gonna find it. It's let's say Siddhartha. When the guy is I guess the guy's name is Siddhartha, but when the guy is going through all of this ridiculous stuff, fasting and running around after Buddha and asking him all these incisive questions and trying to concretely understand enlightenment in the prefrontal cortex, the logical part of the head, you're not going to be able to do that. You can't pin down happiness and dissect it and then manufacture it within yourself. You have to find it intrinsically in your life.
What we can grasp from these interactions is not the definition of happiness, but the spectrum of ways through which it is perceived. Without a stagnant definition, happiness is fully dependent on the individual, and it is perhaps this fact that affirms its validity. Whether it be fleeting or constant, a distant goal or an accomplished fixture, happiness is the variable that defines us, uniting us in a commonality distinctly human, a true exploration of the spirit.